I'm Arun Mehta, the president of BAPSI. We develop free technologies for persons with multiple disabilities. In a disability, often one communication sense is not working. For example, blind people have problems with vision. In that case, what technology does is that it converts what is on the screen into spoken text, and the user can still use a smartphone or a PC using a software called a screen reader. Similarly, for a deaf person, technology called speech to text will convert what is spoken into text which the person can read. So, in this way, it is possible to find alternative routes for information when the regular route does not work. For example, for a blind person, you use a screen reader to tell you what is on the screen and to interact with the screen. A deaf person can use speech to text technology to convert what is spoken into text that the person can read. A person who is deaf blind can use the vibrate feature in the phone and use Morse code to accept text. For many decades now, people have been working on technologies for disabled people. This is one of the modules of our software called SKID, Special Kid. This is on the website skid.org.in, and this module is called Odd Man Out. Persons with cognitive disabilities often have a problem understanding categories. So here is some software to help them understand categories. Now, there are two categories of picture here. There are fruits and there is one flower. Now, it is the job of the child to pick the odd man out. So, while a child with cognitive disabilities understands grape, the concept of fruit is a much more difficult concept, and this will help you understand that. So if you say that peach is the odd man out, then the software says wrong and gives you another chance. If you say that the flower frangipani is the one that's odd, you get the answer correct, and now you get a fresh problem to solve. So here again there is one flower and 3 fruits, and you can keep on like this, and so in this way the child can learn the difference between a fruit and a flower. Similarly, one can have folders of other pictures such as vegetables and fruits, relatives and other people. So you can have different kinds of categories that can be taught to the child in this way. We are working on a project which has been funded by the Information Society Innovation Fund to look at how smartphones could be used by persons who are both deaf and blind. There are 500,000 deaf-blind people in the country who find it really difficult to get even an elementary education. The problem is that the regular means of communication, such as writing, does not work for them. Similarly, speech does not work for them because they can't see, can't hear. So the only way that information can reach them is through the sense of touch. So conventionally, what was used was a smartphone together with an extra device called a braille display, in which pins were moved electromechanically up and down, and so text could be converted into braille, and so a deaf-blind user could read. But that's a very expensive device, and it is prone to failure in a hot and dusty country like ours. So what we are doing is to use a standard phone, a smartphone, where we use the vibrate feature. And so with the vibrate, we can do Morse code for text, and we're doing other things also, like for example, games and other ways, that in which the vibrate feature can be used by a deaf-blind person as part of the education. I started work in the disability area when Professor Stephen Hawking had come to India about 12, 13 years ago, and he requested, and the people around him requested, the software companies in India to get interested in the field of writing software for persons like him. So we wrote software for him called eLocutor that allows a person who can only press one button to type and to speak. Then we did work with children with cognitive disabilities.